Monday. So walked my daughter to school, or with my daughter to school, and did a little bit of a loop, picked up some food, and now I am just going to swing by the house, pick up my bag and my laptop, and we're heading into the office.
Okay, so this is Monday's to-do list. There's not much on it, but here it is. I'll show you. Put up the silicone tags, finished designing Valentine's mug. I need to look at the pet tag pricing, SEO, and then I also need to order some leaflets and some cards for Portum. Trying not to put too many things on my list, or else I don't get to them all. I mean, to be honest, that's probably too many things, and the SEO will probably be tomorrow. But the other bits and pieces shouldn't take too long as soon as I can crack on with them. The silicone tags, I'm going to show you one of them. So this is what it's looking like. I don't know if you can see it. They're obviously very lightweight, brightly coloured, personalised with name, and then on the back, people's contact details. So, and they come with the ring already attached. So I'm quite excited about these, and we've got them in a few different colours. We also have them with the dog faces on, but that one's downstairs. But yes, I'm hopefully going to get these up today.
These are the kind of tags we normally do, and then this will be the new silicone tag. So these ones are metal tags that we print on both sides, and then the silicone tags. Right, you ready for this nice lunch, David?
I honestly can't wait. I'm so hungry.
Well, you enjoyed it last night. Looks good. Okay, I'm going down to the bin store again, take two. This is a new week now, so I'm hoping that the bins have been emptied, and then I'm going to take the bin back to the office so that we can get rid of more stuff. Yes, they've been emptied. Woohoo! Okay, just need to find our bin. Facts I have learned about myself: I cannot steer a bin. Bins are hard to steer. It's coming in! The bin! Oh yes, there we go. Okay, that will make it easier to get rid of all of the rubbish. Oh yes, yummy yum yums. I got so focused on my tasks that I forgot to film anymore. Just packing up at the end of the day now. I usually finish around 5 p.m. I'm really pleased to say that I got through most of my to-do list, which is not a normal occurrence, so feeling pretty happy about today. It's Tuesday today, the day that I work from home at the moment. At least that's what I've been doing since Christmas, and I have to say I'm really enjoying it, and I'm finding that I am much more productive, and I tend to do more focused tasks on a Tuesday when I'm not in the office. So it's currently just gone 12 o'clock midday. My cousin has come around and done my hair, so I've had all my colour done. Luckily my cousin is a hairdresser and she does home hair, so that's really handy, and she had a slot free, so she came around and did my hair, so at least that's all done now. And then I've got some tasks to do today. I'm carrying on with the SEO as I was doing last week, because I do think it's really important. I need to start focusing a lot more on the data. So I was doing some of that last week as well, where I was figuring out which colours of the pet tags sell more, because I think that we do need to offer a lot less choice. I think sometimes too much choice can be overwhelming. So I definitely want to reduce the amount of products and designs that we're selling, and try to see if I can reduce the choice some way, and also looking at what people are buying and why, and trying to understand that a little bit more. I want to get a lot more into the nitty gritty of the business. So I'm just going to grab some lunch, and then at 1 o'clock I've got a Zoom co-working session with Coco Natasha as part of her Patreon. So I joined her Patreon a couple of weeks ago, and she does these weekly co-working sessions where everybody just gets together on Zoom. You kind of just work on what you're working on, but if you want to chat you can, and it's really nice because if you are a small business owner or you work from home, one of the main things is loneliness, because you don't have colleagues. Obviously I do have colleagues, but it is nice to chat to other people who are in a similar position to you and just get it. So that's really nice. So I've been enjoying that. So I'm definitely going to go and do that in a minute. And then I might also show you the shed today. I really should stop calling it a shed. The studio. Garden studio, whatever. It just sounds a bit fancier, doesn't it? But it's a shed where we used to run the business from before. just finished the co-working session with Coco Natasha and her lovely patrons. I have to say, really enjoyed it. It was just an hour. We're supposed to all just get on with our own things that we're doing and kind of like chat intermittently, but we ended up just chatting for the whole hour, and it was really nice to talk to other small business owners experiencing the same things you were experiencing, talking about social media and Instagram and Reels and Shopify and just all that stuff. It was really nice. So now I do actually need to get on with some work before all my kids come back from school. My two kids come back from school. But I had an exciting parcel arrive, so I thought I would open it with you guys. I ordered this the other day. I've been waiting for it to arrive. So this is part of my kind of, I don't really like to do New Year's resolutions, but this is kind of my whole, I've decided that this year my word is going to be creative. I saw lots of people were having a word and I didn't have a word because I didn't really know what my word should be. And then I was on another Zoom and my daughter suggested it to me and I was like, do you know what, that's perfect. So this year my word is creative, and I want to be creative within my business, but I also want to be creative in my personal life too. So I've ordered this book and I'm going to give it a go, and it is The Elements of Pop-Up. I really want to have a go at paper engineering, and this book, which I found on Amazon, explains all of the different sort of elements, I don't know if you can see, of pop-up books and cards and what makes them work. And I like the fact that it's got all of these like practical examples, which I think is really cool. So yeah, so I'm going to give it a go. Like, I've had this idea, this kind of like creative idea that I want to pursue, and I don't know if I want to do it sort of just for me or if I want to do it as part of the business. So I'm not kind of talking about it yet because it's still very much in that like not a fully formed idea phase. I'm kind of like feeling it out and seeing how I get on with it. Okay, I'm bringing you out to see the studio in the garden where we used to run the business from. This is how it's currently looking. It's in a bit of a sorry state. It does need to be repainted and cleaned up a bit. We haven't used it for a long time. Now, please don't judge me for all the mess. Oh, I probably shouldn't turn that light on actually. So, yes, as you can see, there's quite a bit of work to be done. So we've got some of my husband's books, because he's a children's author. It was published by Hodder and Disney. So they always send you contributors copies. I've got craft supplies over here. This is the custom built hutch that we had made for our guinea pigs, but they passed away last year. So I need to clean it up and sell it probably. And then more board games that we need to sell, and oh yeah, there's so much stuff. As you can see, there's quite a lot of work to be done, but we used to run the business from here. It's quite cold, but there is a heater in here and there's lights. I think we need to paint again in here. I'd really love to like paint this back wall with our kind of like new signature yellow and maybe like our logo, or perhaps maybe like on this wall here. We've got these sort of custom built desks here, which my dad put in for us, where we had the heat presses and things like that. We'll obviously need to bring the laser back, need to figure out where that's going to go. I think this studio in the garden is going to be mainly manufacturing, so we would not only need the equipment and the supplies, the blank supplies in here, and then we would have the packing and the office type area back in the house. When we first worked in here, we had all the stock in here, we did packing in here and the making in here, and it was quite crammed. So I think we need to learn from that mistake, but it is a really decent sized space, and we were so lucky that when we moved in this was already here, but it was like a more traditional shed, and we were really lucky that we got a grant from the local council, and they put 50% to it and we put 50% to it, and we converted it into this sort of like workable, usable space. And yeah, so kind of feel quite good about coming back home now. It kind of feels a bit more like taking charge again and not sort of leaving everything in the hands of fate.
Yes, you've guessed it, folks, it's pizza. Once a week, I like to make pizza from scratch. I do have Italian heritage, so I do like to make a lot of Italian food, and my family love pizza. My preference is tuna with some onion, a bit of barbecue sauce, and some salami. It's an unusual choice. I think some people are quite surprised when I say that's my favourite topping. I also like some olives as well. But it's actually surprisingly tasty. So if you haven't given it a go, don't be put off. Give it a try. It's really nice.
Well, that's it. I'm 6 weeks in. I must officially be a YouTuber now because I've just had my first mean comment on a short that I put up the other day. So I'm like, wow, that's it. Achievement unlocked. The trolls have come out to play. So report and delete and move on. Just heading into the office now. It's quite late. It's gone 11. But I had a meeting on Teams this morning at home. So now we're heading in and need to start clearing some of the stuff I think in the office today. Weather is awful today. It's really grim and not a particularly nice day at all for a Wednesday. Where to begin?
It's going to be the 25th, so.
After not making a huge amount of progress with the tidying up, I decided to do some drawing. I've actually picked up the iPad recently and gone back to creating some illustrations. My style is quite graphic because my background is graphic design. I've been working on a new design for a Valentine's mug that I wanted to produce. So I was just finishing up on some of the illustrations here that I've been working on over the weekend. And then this is how the finished mug design is looking. So I'm going to print it up later.
Thursday today and I haven't picked up the camera once. I've had a busy day, meetings. So I had a meeting this morning, a Zoom call with Gabby from NatWest Accelerator Programme, which is a free program that you can apply for. And it's really good, especially if you're local to London. You can go to the NatWest Hub, you get to meet loads of other small business owners, they put on workshops and you get a one-to-one mentor as well. So that was really helpful in sort of, I think of it as kind of like, it's like business counselling. So you talk about all the things that you might be worried about and then they sort of say, so what do you think you should prioritise? And how long do you think that'll take you? And just simple things like that. But it's actually really helpful, or at least I find it helpful to kind of sort out my to-do list. Then I had another meeting with Be the Business and the Productivity Programme, which is a programme that it's a charity. Be the Business is a charity, and the Productivity Programme is sort of like a government-backed programme that provides you with mentoring, which normally can be quite an expensive resource to access. But in this particular instance, again, you apply, and if they have enough funding, you are given a board of directors. So I met for the first time today with my board of directors, and they all have different areas of expertise, which can be really useful. And they usually pair you with board members that they think are going to be the most useful for you. So you say what you think are the areas that you need work on, and then they assign you particular people. I found it really, really helpful. I got to kind of like say all of the things that I thought were going wrong, and the areas that I felt that I might need help with. And yeah, I'm feeling very hopeful. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And I'm not sure when the next meeting is. I need to double check. So today has mainly been meetings, and now I'm effectively in my pajamas. feel like a news presenter. Okay, I'm giving this thing another whirl and see if it's any better. David, could you stop singing Shoe People just while I'm talking to the people on the Tinternet?
Yeah.
Thanks. Right, so it's Friday today. Back in the office. It's less cold, which is always a plus. You're still talking!
Am I supposed to not say it?
Yes, just while I'm talking to the people on the Tinternet. Thank you. Even though I am using the tiny mic, which may or may not be working. Okay, so here from Who We Knew News. No, I'm joking. So it's Friday. Oh God, I can't do words now. It's Friday, and we're back in the office, and it's not as cold. And I had some meetings yesterday, which I briefly spoke to you about. So I'm feeling quite purposeful today. And also I sent an email out to our customer list yesterday with a special offer because it's David's birthday this weekend. And we've had 4 orders already today, which is brilliant because we've had not very many orders at all this week. And I was getting a little bit worried. So that's really great. So that's all positive. Sorry, Phoebe. Hang on, I'll move myself. So that's looking more positive. So my priority list for today is to carry on deleting things from our shop on Shopify because it's far too many things. And then I'm going to spend some time really starting to clear up this office in preparation for moving. And we have some new style of tags that we're going to engrave today. So I'll probably show you that later, which are these silicone tags. I'm going to do some of these so that we can send them to our brand reps and then hopefully launch this at the beginning of February. And that's it. It's like a weird yellow.
Not in it.
No.
They do have stones.
I think kind of like a peach, but fancier. This is, I mean, obviously this is dry. Okay, I'm not going to lie. It looks a bit like a shriveled up testicle.
2 apricots have fluff.
Okay, it's the first time I'm ever going to try an apricot, David.
What do you think of the dried apricot?
It's a bit like a big orange raisin.
Yeah.
Okay, I could get used to this. It's kind of like, it's like marmalade shaped like a raisin with a little bit of a weird, like, tart kind of back flavour. I like pomegranate.
They're very different.
I've never had a peach either.
Peaches are nice. But once you get past the fuzzy texture,
Yeah, do you have to bite into them with the fluffiness on them?
normally you would.
No, can't do that. I like apples.
I was determined to get the silicone tags finished by the end of the day so that we could get them sent out to brand reps. This meant that we had to produce a number of them and test the settings to make sure that the engraving was perfect and that they looked really good. So we finally think that we cracked it, and we like the ones with the black inside because it shows the text up just that little bit better. So now we were preparing the tags that we were going to send out to our brand reps. We asked them to pick their colours and whether they would prefer a name on the front or a design on the back. This is one of our prototypes that we are still perfecting the design on, but I am quite happy with how it's turned out. Thank you for watching this vlog, and if you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you.